I did have to heal a past life of mine, which I could get into. Like how that it just felt like I was meditating and I saw something in my mind's eye, right?
Yeah.
And it was interesting because I kept getting readings telling me, there's a past life, like just one in particular, and that's why you feel very sad. It makes you sad still, even though you don't remember anything about it, and it makes you very sad. And I was like, okay, it was almost out of nowhere because the amnesia was so strong, because it was definitely protecting me. It was like when you have really bad trauma and you can't remember it.
Past life trauma. It
was very traumatic because I know that this was a real experience because I have no interest in the subject. Because apparently it was about me living a life as a plague doctor. Like I was exactly 20, 25 years old, coming out of being a doctor and the plague in Europe. And so you wear, the big mask with the beak, with the flowers in the beak, and then you wear the big leather thing and the gloves. And
this is all a vision that you saw in meditation.
Well, the vision I saw was me walking down the road, and it was like that cobblestone and everything was stone, but nobody was there. It was just me walking down this medieval street, but everybody was gone. And then I walked up into my little flat where I was living, and nobody saw me. You never saw a person. You never got to interact. It was like COVID, but worse. And so that's a lot. And so, you come back into your room, take off all your nasty crap, and and I think it was a male guy that I lived as, and I was just sitting there like this, just like this. And I was connecting through my higher self is how I envision it. And so my higher self, kind of prompted me like, okay, now just do, and I got the impulse, do what my higher self does for me, just kind of radiate love over this person, let them not feel alone right now, and just send them love. So I sent myself love, and then, I could feel myself feel better. And I like to play the ukulele. He got on the piano and started playing the piano and felt better. And that was the whole experience of the past life. But then, I watched a bunch of things about plague doctors, and
So that is you tapping into the Akashic records. Essentially, she had a meditation, she had a vision, she saw it, she healed that aspect by sending your past life, your past person, love, so that they would be able to feel it in that lifetime, which essentially heals it in your lifetime, because all the lifetimes are being lived all at once. So you were seeing him live in the moment, how he felt, and in that moment, your current self was sending him love in that moment, healing all timelines all at once. I just have goosebumps everywhere right now.
That was crazy.
And my finger hurts really bad for some reason. That's so weird.
Interesting. But, yeah.
What are you doing?
It definitely changed. I know that it was live, like you said, because it changed how I felt, and it changed how he felt. Like, before, it was never, it was unhealed. So this open wound of what kind of a doctor am I? Everyone dies. I don't help anyone. I just hurt people.
Wow.
And all of that was gone. And I could feel the sadness in me just dissipate.
Yeah. And did you, before he released all those feelings, did you feel that in your physical life, that you felt those things that he was saying about himself?
I did, yeah, because it was when do I ever help anyone? I'm just in the way. I'm not, I'm just a burden to others around me.
And because you healed that, I have goosebumps everywhere. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. And that's how it works, people. And that is how it works.
That's how you do it.
That literally is how, it's that easy in a meditation. She had a vision. She focused. She wanted to know. And she went to her higher self. And she asked these questions. And this is the communication that you have available to you. Now, I am going to say some of us are better at it than others. Some of us are better visual, we can create things. Like when I close my eyes, I could create an entire world, right? I didn't used to be able to do that. When I closed my eyes before, it was just black, right? And I never understood people meditating and seeing colors. When I close my eyes, all I see is black. Now I can create entire universes, worlds. I can create anything I want with my mind, and all I have to do, but it takes practice, right? So if you want to experience these things, it is going to take you a lot of practice. And I don't want to, I don't know how much you want to share about your story, but because you have experience with psychosis in those ways, that you are exceptional at imagining things, at creating, at visioning. So you were prepared to come into the spiritual realm being able to be the visionary of the healthy side of things instead of the unhealthy side of things.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think a lot, maybe a lot of people could relate that when you've been kind of to hell and back, you start to get your, ship in tip-top shape.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no, I can recognize stuff, now I know what that is, and I know I don't want it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, when you're an energetic sensitive, based on your vibrations, meaning like if you had faced trauma in your life and had not healed from it, you would be in a low vibrational state, right? Not even doing it on purpose, just living in your trauma and in your programming holds you at a low vibration. So when your psychicness, your mediumship skills turn on or activate, when you're in a negative mind space, a low vibration, they could absolutely create chaos in your life, which is why when we say, when you're trying to communicate with your loved ones on the other side, when you're trying to create a relationship with the other side, it is essentially important to keep high vibrations, because if you're searching for help in a low vibration, you are going to get the things in those low vibrations to mess with you, really.
Yeah.
And I have said before that in my beginning stages, I did receive trickster energy that lied to me and messed with me, because I was not participating in a high vibratory space, and I was not protected. I wasn't doing it safely because I had no knowledge, right? I woke up out of nowhere. I had no knowledge. I didn't know anything. So I just had to figure it out on my own. And that's why we're here. Like, to give people this knowledge, like, you don't have to be alone anymore. Like, we can teach you how to do this because we did it and we experienced all these low, bad things, and we don't want you to. So we want to make sure that you're doing it in a safe space.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was manifesting a lot of chaos and negative things, negativity for myself, just from false beliefs about myself and others and how relationships worked and what I deserved.
Right.
It just so easily makes those things exacerbate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was talking to someone, I did a reading for someone the other day, and I was telling her, like, in our next reading, I think I really want to dip into, like, the new earth and manifesting. And she said that she's actually scared of manifesting because she's such a good manifester, that she has to really think about exact wording. Some people are master manifestors. You came here to be a master manifester, especially if your life path number is 11. You're a master manifester, right? And it is true. You do have to do it safely because it's like, imagine you have a genie and you can make any wish. Remember the ripple effect, right? Like, you're manifesting, you're not thinking about what you're manifesting, and you're a master manifester. You can manifest chaos.
Yeah.
Just by essentially being in a low place and thinking about all your anxieties, you are going to manifest like crazy because you're a master manifester. So it is doing it safely. There are a lot of people who are on this earth who are more powerful than they have any clue about. One of them being a master manifester. You don't know that you're that. And you are literally manifesting everything that you're thinking about. So it is really important to understand yourself, going back all the way to the beginning. Understand yourself and who you are and the frequency and the vibrations First, that you were programmed with, and second, that you're emitting now, and the third, what do you want to emit? What frequencies do you want to hold? What life do you want to create? What heaven do you want to live in? I appreciate both of you. I appreciate our subscribers. I appreciate our viewers. It's so exciting and wonderful to see the viewers and the subscribers go up every single day. We love you all so much, and we're just so excited.
We really
have a beautiful day.
Bye.